and action.
Good morning. Look at this for a view. How is that, Brett?
That is spectacular.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Brett.
And I'm Rachel. So we are two New Zealanders travelling around the USA in our beautiful van. John, the handsome little man.
Whoa. Let's stop right here. As you can see, we do have a slight challenge in our relationship when we try to video. The height. Brett is 6'2.5" and I am
5'3".
5'4". But anywho, so let's look at a little bit more footage that we've taken of Golden this morning while we chat about ourselves.
Now, the story goes, 2020, what happened?
I've somehow managed to stumble across an advert for a job in the US. It's meant to be a bit of a job adventure, but they were wanting someone for a 3-year contract, which...
I said, no. I said, that sounds like a great adventure, but 3 years is too long. So we chatted to HR. They said they wanted us. We said, well, you haven't got us for that long. Find a better way to get us over there. So all went silent on the other end of the phone. All went silent for a good couple weeks. And then pretty much they got the phone call and we got a 3-month contract. That 3-month contract we loved. We got to Missouri. And that ended up being...
Well, COVID hit, so 3 months, there was no point going home, and it became 6 months, and then it became a month of travel down in Utah.
Yeah.
And then they relocated us to Oregon for another couple of months.
And then we come home to New Zealand for our summer. And then we came back 2021, 2022. And then at the end of 2022, I had another
crazy idea.
And that was to buy the van. So 2023, last year we came back here, we brought the van, which we love. We've travelled 2023 throughout America, and now 2024. We've just found our channel. Welcome. As we said, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brett.
And yeah.
This is our favourite morning spot in all of America.
So we are in Golden, Colorado, and Colorado is also our favourite spot. So if you think you're going to like following us and you want to see a few of our adventures throughout the United States, plus we have got a few other things coming up in the next couple of weeks. We're actually off to Iceland for 10 days. And then we're also, yesterday, out of the blue, we got one of these last-minute deals on an Alaskan cruise for 7 days. So that's going to be quite an adventure because I'm not sure how these last-minute cruises work. So we might have got a great deal.
Yeah, I'm thinking we'll get a room that we see the life rafts and
but hey, so that's another one. So like I said, subscribe if you want to follow us around, and welcome to our channel.
Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Hey, it's Road Trip Week. Welcome back to our USA adventure. Thanks for joining us. It's going to be a big road trip. We are leaving Wisconsin and heading to Colorado. Some of the road that actually lays ahead of us on our 15-hour road trip, we have already actually done before. Last year, we picked up our friends from the Denver airport and we actually road tripped with them in John to Iowa to Redbro.
First walk through town. She's pretty busy.
I am sure Brett and I will have loads of laughs with memories flooding back about this trip, especially our floating adventure we had down the North Platte River in a stock tank. I'm sure we spent more time out of the tank and pushing it than actually floating. This added to the adventure, and honestly, it was just so much fun. And this slight detour is actually all about us getting to Leadville, Colorado, to watch our friend and surprise him run the 100-miler. So, bring on the road trip.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Iowa 80 truck stop, the world's largest truck stop. We had actually planned on staying here the night, but with it being 33 degrees outside, it's gonna be a little bit hot sleeping in on the night. So instead, we thought we'd do our laundry while we're here, take you on a tour, and then we're actually going to drive on for about another 2 hours and then stay the night in a little town called Amana. So first, let's grab a coffee and then we'll take you on a tour. Righty ho, tour time it is. This place is amazing. The Iowa 80 truck stop is celebrating 60 years of serving truckers and travellers along the Interstate 80. So over the years, there has been a lot of changes from its small beginnings with a one-bay service area, a communal shower, a sleeping room with multiple beds, a lot of snoring would go on there, to what is on offer here today, a sprawling hub of services, which includes, wait for it, a dentist, a chiropractor, a workout room, a laundry, a barbershop, a movie theatre, plus a food court, which features 8 restaurants, and a convenience store, plus a gift shop, along with 900 truck parking spaces, 250 for cars, 20 for buses, and not to forget, the Truckers Store with more than 50,000 different items to browse, all the dog grooming facilities and the Trucking Museum. It is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in fact they haven't actually closed their doors since opening in 1964. This was a great spot for us to stop, stretch our legs, do some laundry and eat some dinner before we get on the road again. Good morning from Amana. So this is Amana Colonies, and Brett and I drove in here yesterday and I said to Brett, I think we biked through here on Rag Pride last year. He couldn't remember, but I pulled up a couple photos and yes we did. It was a gorgeous wee village, pretty hard to forget quite frankly. We grabbed ourselves a coffee and we jumped back in John, where we are now heading through to Ames, Iowa. We are going to meet our friends that we met last year, Vicky and Mark, who were kind enough to let us come to their house after we'd cycled that day and have showers, do our laundry. They had dinner for us and beverages. So we're looking forward to seeing them. After that, we're going to continue with a few other little stops on to Colorado. Roadside stop. Brett's trying his hand at axe throwing. Woohoo! Third time lucky. That was about that.
I hope you could actually see that fly on by and that one. It's like 2 air shots, 3 air shots.
Welcome back to
Golden.
Colorado. So, thought it was time to give you a little bit of an update on why Colorado is our favourite state and a little bit here about Golden. Got here last year, June 7th, 2023, and we actually popped in here because we had tickets to a Red Rocks concert. So we thought we'll come on down here to Golden, just check it out, figure out where we can park, that kind of thing. And we just fell in love with the town. It is so, I don't know what you'd say, it just felt like home. It's not too busy, the community is just friendly, we just loved it. So fast forward 4 months, we didn't actually leave Colorado. So that is how much we loved Colorado. So we just loved everything about it. It's a very outdoorsy kind of state. Weather was great. Last year they'd actually had so much rain that we talked to a local and she said she'd lived here 30 years and she'd never seen it so green. So us coming back this year, those hills behind us, we've never seen them that brown. So yeah, so this is a normal year for Golden and Colorado. They've been having fires as well. So yeah, so that's not so good. But anywho, back to Golden and what we love about it. So we love to use Golden as a base. We do sleep on the streets. We use our iOverlander app to find little car parks, but now we just know where to sleep all the time. The locals don't seem to mind. Yeah, so that works really, really well. But what we do is we get up every morning. This car park that we are in, it's called the Clear Creek Canyon Trailhead Car Park, and it opens at 6 a.m. So we just pop on up here, make our coffee, watch the sunrise up over those hills, and we have a restroom up here, we have water fountains, and then we can leave John here all day. And as you can see, this is where everyone does their tubing, or it's just a beautiful spot to go swimming. So from here we can cycle into Denver, which is about a 70-kilometre round trip, cycle along many of the cycleways here around Golden, plus hike lots of the hikes that they have up into these hills. So you're also using Golden as a base just for day trips. We've got Boulder, Denver and the Red Rocks and Morrison, which are about a 20-minute drive from here. Then we have also got Leadville, Breckenridge, Vale and Fort Collins for the drive-in movies, which are just maybe just an hour's drive. And when we want to head out of Golden for a few days, we've got a few choices. We've got Steamboat Springs, Glenwood Springs and of course the Rocky Mountain National Park, all being around about 2 to 2.5 hour drive from Golden. Just here trying to acclimatise to that 6,000 feet, because once we hit Leadville we're going to be over 10,000 feet. So we will see you next in Leadville when we catch up with Austin, but here's just a little bit of some of our footage from last year so you can see why we love the state of Colorado so much. Hope you enjoy.
It's calling me, like the rainbow, It's calling me, like the rainbow, when you're walking the street alone and nobody can hear you go. Ooh, are you happy? Don't I know you feel? 'Cause you're a freak when you get too near. Ooh, are you happy? Like a ghost in the night, you're leaving me without goodbye. Ooh, are you happy? It's a shame to give up. I really wanted one more try. Ooh, are you happy now? Now you're on your own. Just wanna know, are you happy?
We are just about in Leadville. Johnny has had to work pretty hard. We have come from 5,600 feet from Golden, Colorado, and Leadville sits at 10,200 feet. This is the gorgeous town of Leadville that was founded in 1877 and was a former silver mining town. So this city sits as the highest incorporated city in the USA. Coming up to what will be, in 2 days' time, the start line. This is 6th and Harrison. So down there, in 2 days' time,
will be the start line and start of what will be the 41st Leadville 100. John got a nice little park in the main street of Leadville. Now we have parked here tonight just for the evening, and later tonight we'll actually drive a little bit down the road and there's an actual car park that they want us to park in. It's the rodeo, so that's where we'll park later tonight. But we've parked in town for now because we're off to the movies. Been released tonight at the Table Opera House, so we're gonna pop up there shortly, go watch the movie, and then we'll get on our way and park in the rodeo for the night. Funny, hey, so we've come into town and we are heading to the expo. So we're hoping to actually catch up with Austin, our little friend, and surprise him there. Now the movie last night was awesome. There were 2 short films first of all, and then the movie about Leadville. So Mr. Brett, after watching the movie last night...
No, I'm not running 100 miles.
So a little bit of backstory on the Leadville 100 miler. So this all began in about 1983 when the Climax mine shut down here, and once the Climax mine shut down, of course workers lost their jobs. I think it was over 3,000 workers. The town was already down quite low numbers for residents by that stage, but back in the 1880s it was a booming town, and I think they it was one of the busiest, biggest mining towns in all of America.
Thought that Leadville would have possibly become the capital of Colorado.
Yeah, that's how big this town was. But of course in 83, once that Climax mine shut, unemployment hit the highest unemployment in all of America at the time. So this town was just gonna die. So what ended up happening? A man named Ken and a woman named Mary Lee got together and decided, well, got to try and save our town. It's such a cool town, which it is. And they were told, or Ken was told, if you ever want to bring people to your town, they need to spend money to survive, like to save your town, and staying a night will make them spend money. So he just had this crazy idea, well, if you run 100 miles, you have to stay the night, and that's where the dream began. The first race was held in 1983, and this now has become one of the most iconic ultramarathons in the world. And a whole series actually runs throughout the year, which includes races for 10Ks, 50Ks, a marathon, along with this 100-mile ultra run, plus a whole series for mountain bike distances. So it brings a lot of money now into this town, and it is a thriving town. So for anyone out there thinking they would love to do this, in theory, all you need to do is finish in under 30 hours, which is to keep about an 18-minute mile average. Doesn't sound that hard, does it? But this is not an ordinary trail, with athletes having over 18,000 feet of gain over extremely rocky mountain terrain, with not just 1 but 2 climbs on the Hope Pass. Now this Hope Pass, when they run out to it, it sits, when they get to the very top, it sits at 12,600 feet of elevation. We may not be running the Leadville 100, but we are quite dedicated to it. We have been waiting 3 hours for Austin, who does not know that we are here. I've had to get myself a cap because she's a warm day out there. He's got to 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he has got the 5, but the one upside for Rachel, she got to meet her idols, Cara and Nate.
Yes, I did.
Which was really super. Nate's going to run the 100-miler as well, so hopefully we'll be able to support them at the same time as supporting Austin.
Yeah, which is really cool.
It's a bit of an early wake-up call for us, but we want to get up and get to the start line to catch up with Austin. Wish him all the best.
Talk about catching up with Austin. We did catch up with him yesterday. We waited for 4 hours, and so it was 3:30 before he actually came in to pick up his packet.
Why doesn't that surprise us, Rachel?
He is the most relaxed, horizontal dude you'll ever meet. So anyhow, we caught up with him, didn't video it, but oh my god, he spotted us, strangely enough, how I don't know, and he looked and he looked and he looked, and then the excitement was just unreal. He hugged us some more, and he hugged us some more. So it's been well worth surprising him. So, yep, so we're just about to go to start line. It kicks off at 4 o'clock this morning with a gun start. Shotgun.
got a hard day ahead of them on this course, and we have got a day ahead of us jumping on shuttles and getting to the aid stations as supporters that we can. So that is what we're about to do, to follow Austin, and we've got another runner we're going to try and track down a few times named Nate. So come with us as we head out to Twin Lakes, and I'll have a quick show of what happens out there. Most of the support crews actually set up here for the day because the runners are actually going to come in here and then they're going to go out through Hope Pass, down into Winfield, back up to Hope Pass, and then they actually come back in to Twin Lakes again.
Yes! Oh, yes!
So this is the 1:30 cutoff. So runners have to be in here by 1:30. And this is going outbound up to the Hope Pass. So if they don't get here in time, that's it.
You got this right here. Let's go! Woo! Good job, yeah. Good running, yeah, nice running. Yes, the count's done. Yes, right there. Good run.
Last one's coming in. And first one going out. This is our poor lady here that has to deliver the sad bad news.
Yes,
Yes.
I am.
What do they call you?
Well, some people like to call me the cutoff queen. I don't necessarily like that. I like to think I'm the angel of mercy.
Yes,
I do.
I think I'd call it the Angel of Mercy,
Yeah.
honestly. This is a tough course.
Yes.
We are back at Outward Bound, so Austin's probably about 20 minutes away. I can say, and Austin's going to get told this, it's a very tiring day. Such a big day, but it is so much fun. I've taken I think I'm up to about 13 probably kilometres now, just wandering around and going back and forth, and so by the time we finish it'll probably be a 16k day for us. Might even be 21, we might even get to a half marathon. Come on, Austin!
Go Austin! Yeah!
So this is it. So we've turned up at just before 11 o'clock to see our runner, Austin, come in.
Yeah!
So Austin's all finished his race. He is a legend. He finished in under 20 hours. And but Brett and I have come back out to support a few more runners, and we're out at Outward Bound. And I just love being out here because, as you can see, these are all headlamps coming in. Watching these runners coming through the night just, makes you realise how amazing it's been today to be surrounded by these athletes that dig deep and who are challenging their physical and mental fortitude and must be a little bit batshit crazy. But honestly, that is why we are here. We love it. We love cheering them on and yelling at complete strangers to keep going, and they can do it. And who knows? Maybe one day one of those could be us. It's now 9:30 a.m. Sunday morning, 30 minutes before the 30-hour cutoff. So we decided to walk the last mile to the finish line, supporting the runners coming in, along with Nate. And what a cool experience that was to finish off this adventure. Thanks again for watching our adventures this week. Next week, the Alaskan Cruise.